All right, I'm Mike Morano reporting for DamonWildcats.com, and I'm joined right now by our head women's basketball coach, Jennifer Banker. Coach, guys took the home court for the first time since the last time you and I had gotten together. 3 times, in fact. Unfortunately, 3 losses in those 3 games. 82-75 against Notre Dame of Ohio, 67-55 against Le Moyne, 68-64 against Gannon. I guess we will just kind of recap these games and looking at the season, 2-5 overall now. 3 of the 5 losses have come by 7 points or less. So, what's happened, in these 3 games that were all relatively close that you guys just didn't get over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get better at the fundamental things, and it seems like we've done a real good job in the last 2 games on the, not giving up offensive boards and not turning the ball over, which we were doing. Those were 2 areas we were struggling with, so we did a much better job in those 2 areas, and, just haven't gotten some of the other things done. So we're just really looking for a complete game. That's what we're searching for right now.
Some really tremendous 3-point shooting against you guys. You probably weren't banking on that here at your home gym. Notre Dame comes in, shoots 16 of 32, then followed up by Le Moyne, shoots 9 of 16. What's going through your mind as a coach when, probably, am I right in assuming it just doesn't matter what defense you're playing, you just feel like the ball is going in from all over the place?
Right. I mean, against Notre Dame, we went through every defense we had, so they just, I don't know, those teams really like to shoot in the gym, it's crazy. I mean, we've got to get better at, obviously, closing out with high hands, etc. So there's little things that we've got to get better at, but, yeah, we've had 3 teams in a row shoot the lights out, so.
Against Gannon this past Tuesday, Sarah Saba got in a little bit of foul trouble. You guys go with her on the bench the entire second quarter, end up down just 2 at the half. You guys really did a nice job on Maggie Mitchell, who's an all-PSAC guard for Gannon, and then she comes out and she was kind of the catalyst for Gannon in the second half Tuesday.
Right. I mean, going into that game, obviously, she's the kid that we wanted to make sure we were shutting down, and I guess we just didn't do a very good job of that. I think there was a lack of communication at some points, just maybe a little bit of a lack of recognition, and she got hot, and she really killed us in the second half.
What was the thought going into halftime? Were you happy being down 2, knowing that Sarah was on the bench for the whole second quarter?
I think that we still just maybe necessarily aren't putting a complete game together. So down 2, no, we really wanted to be up 10 at that point. So no, I wasn't really happy being down 2 in that situation. And but we focused more on what we could do differently with some of the things we were struggling with.
A little bit of a change to your starting lineup over the last couple of games. You inserted Jordan Heinold, and that seems to have paid off. She's really producing for you over the last couple of games, shooting 11 of 20 from 3-point range in the last 2. I think she had 20 points against Le Moyne and then 15 against Gannon. Jordan's a very capable player. She led the team in 3-point field goals last year. So what did you see from her, or what went into deciding to make that switch in the lineup?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking to maybe get off to a little bit better offensive start, and Jordan's obviously one of our best offensive players, so that was the reason for that change. I think we have a certain amount of interchangeable players, so that was just something we tried to see if we could get off to a little better offensive start.
Despite the foul trouble against Gannon, Sarah had another strong game, as you would anticipate, and she's doing what she's done for the last several years. She's leading your team in scoring and rebounding. What does this team need to do? You mentioned interchangeable parts, and I think that's one of the strengths of your team, that, maybe behind Sarah and Jordan, it could be any one of a number of people, stepping up into that third kind of third leading scorer spot. It could be a different person game by game. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes that's a pro and sometimes that's a con, just in terms of getting a comfort level on, what that rotation should look like. But there's a lot of interchangeable parts there. So like you said, it could be one person one night and it could be somebody another night. So it's just, I think at the end of the day, it just has to come down to putting everything together as a complete team and buying into, let's just do this as a team.
You guys got another piece back to the puzzle with Karina Pringle. She'd been kind of hampered by some injuries throughout the early part of the season, but she's now played in the last 2 games. And what does Karina bring to you at the point guard position that's going to be important for you guys to have success this year?
Yeah, well, Karina's very crafty with the ball, and so what Karina does is she makes everybody else better. So that's nice to have on the floor, because she basically takes most of the ball handling duties away and creates shots not just for herself but for other people. So it's nice to have that back.
And I noticed a little bit over the last 2 games, you seem to be playing her with Sydney Jones out on the floor together a little bit more than what we saw last season.
Right. I mean, we anticipated that was Sid coming into this year anyways. We anticipated her playing the 2 more so than the point. So that's something we had been working on, but then when Karina got hurt, Sid had to pretty much go back to the point. So now we'll just get her more comfortable going back to the 2, which was our original intent.
Game tonight, you guys are going to take the short trip down to Erie, Pennsylvania to take on Mercyhurst. Last chance to tune up before conference play starts next week. So what are you looking for out of the team tonight?
Yeah, I mean, again, we're looking for that complete game. That's what we're trying to get at. We've improved in certain areas, which we're really pleased with. We just we got to put it all together. We've got to communicate on both ends of the court.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and check us out at DamonWildcats.com. We'll have you covered with all the information about tonight's game, and we'll get back together next week and talk about the start of league play with St. Thomas Aquinas coming to Buffalo.